56 minutes, a person is shot in Chicago, and every 10 hours and 22 minutes, a person is murdered. Some of these areas are so dangerous that residents are informed to not sit on their porches just because of the danger of being shot. What really encouraged this video was a guy that emailed me. He emailed me, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known all the stuff that's been going on around me. He continued to say, I'm from Rogers Park. I actually stay in the middle of all this senseless violence. So watching your videos just gave me a new aspect of life. I was literally walking the streets every day not knowing the gang members that have been shot and killed on the same streets that I walk on every day. So it just really gave me a reality on life. I really appreciated that email, and God bless that everybody can stay safe and take the positive from my videos. But Chicago ended 2022 with 695 murders, which was a decrease from last year's 836. The first most dangerous hood on our list to stay far away from if you're a civilian. It's a place on the west side of Chicago where some sets call the North Pole, which is North Lawndale. This area had a total of 38 murders in 2020 and 223 people wounded, whereas though in 2021 they had a total of 45 murders and 227 wounded. This was the fourth most dangerous neighborhood in Chicago both years, filled with over 40 different gang sets throughout this small area, with most of these gang sets beefing with each other, which a notable gang set that stood out to me was Doe Gang, which is a gangster disciple / traveling vice lord set, and they're mainly located on 19th and Keeler. They beef with sets in that area like LDM, FMG, and Poppy Gang. This set has been active since the 90s and also go by names like Mon World and 1900. But on August 16, 2021, Doe Gang will lose a valuable member who is also allegedly a rapper too, but I couldn't find any of his music. His name was Jawan Ward, aka Lil Hot. At about 7 p.m., he entered a store in the 3600 block of West 16th Street, and moments later a man will walk in behind him, shooting him in the chest and face. He was transported to the hospital where he died from his injuries only at the age of 18. Also a really notable gang around this way is Poppy Gang. That is probably one of the most dangerous gangs around this way. And we have a whole crazy hit list story on our page on Poppy Gang, so make sure you go check that out. But North Lawndale has had a total of 27 murders in 2022, which is pretty crazy for just this small neighborhood. But this next area in Chicago is arguably one of the most dangerous parts in Chicago. And it's pretty much one of the most known areas in Chicago, which would be Englewood. Breeding stars like Lil Durk, King Von, and many more. This area is located on the south side of Chicago with a population about 25,000. But this is the interesting part. In 2020, Englewood seen a total of 71 murders. But in 2021, Englewood would see a total of 60 murders. Whereas though in 2022, Englewood would see a total of 28 murders. Englewood is filled with hundreds of different gang sets, including Dipset, which is a BD and GD set located on 71st and Normal. A notable guy that Dipset lost was a guy of the name of Javon Rhymes, aka J Money / King J. It was January 15th, 2022, where 30-year-old J Money was in the car with another man in the 9200 block of South Normal Avenue when a total of 4 people approached and fired shots in the car at around 7:45 p.m. 30-year-old J Money was shot in the head and the hand and was dead at the scene. The other 38-year-old man was struck in the head and was taken to the hospital in serious condition. Another notable gang to watch out for around the Englewood area is a set that go by the name of Taco Gang, which is a predominantly gangster disciple set. Their territory is around 63rd and Racing. And one notable guy that was allegedly known to put in work from this gang was a guy of the name of Brian Leonard, aka Asky. September 25th, 2022, at around 1:40 a.m., officers responded to a call of shots fired in the 6200 block of Kennedy Avenue. Upon arrival, officers located 4 people that were suffering from gunshot wounds. One was 29-year-old Brian Leonard, aka Esky. He was pronounced dead at the scene. That was a big loss for Taco Gang. But now we're going to go to a specific side of town that pretty much get as many murders yearly as some states get yearly, which is Garfield Park. Located on the west side of Chicago, Garfield Park has an historically high violent and property crime rate. In 2022, there were over 2,800 instances of violent crime. and over 6,500 incidents of property crime.
It's
Garfield
gonna
Park is a
quick.
medium-sized neighborhood in Chicago with two sides, one West Garfield Park and one East Side Garfield Park, that is home to over 30 different sets. A set that stood out to me
That's
was
crazy.
Harlem Boys. These guys are full corner hustlers / conservative vice
All the
lords
foes,
and are located on
vice
West
lords
End
too.
and
Damn.
Carlo.
Yeah, they
In the
moving.
1960s, conservative vice
emerging.
lords was actually
A
vice
lot of
lords
niggas
that went to help the
teaming up
community.
and shit.
But today, it's just a reckless gang with no rules.
The conservative vice lords came as a result of
Used to
some
be
older
rules back
vice
in the day.
lords realizing that the younger vice lords were breaking in houses in the community.
Yeah, what's your problem, Jack?
But they had the bigger leaders giving more back to the community than what they doing. Now ain't no leaders out there for no structure. Ain't no structure.
The Harlem Boys allegedly
Plus, everybody
beef with
gonna
sets
run
like
wild.
Ghost Mob and Royals. It was December 31st, 2021, where Harlem Boys would lose a valuable member. Anthony Watkins, aka Lil Demon / Lil Ant, was walking in
Lil
the
Demon.
7900 block of South Parnell Avenue at around 8:10 p.m. when someone struck him in the neck by gunfire. He was killed hours before New Year's at only the age of 18. This set has lost many members throughout the
18, bro,
years
they ain't
too,
even
but
living
now
to
we're
see
gonna go to a
21.
set located on Van Barrel
Dropping
and
like
Springfield.
flies.
This set will go by the name of Lavender Mob.
You
These
mean
guys are
flies?
traveling vice lords, and a murder that stuck out to me was a boy of the name of Eddie Tingpen, aka Rondo /9.
Tingpen?
It was May 8th, 2021. At about 9:30 p.m., 14-year-old Rondo was found in the first block of South Springfield Avenue with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. The police tried to get details from him but was unable to due to his injuries. He was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. Now we're going to the worst and most dangerous hood in Chicago. This place literally sees as many murders as most states do yearly, and that's Chicago's daily neighborhood, Austin. In 2020, Austin seen a total of 78 murders. Then in 2021, Austin seen a total of 73
That's crazy,
murders.
bro.
But even though Austin
that's
seen
crazy.
42 murders in
That's
2022, it still makes
Man,
it
all
to
these
the top
murders,
of our
that's
list as
crazy.
being Chicago's most dangerous neighborhood, filled with over
That's why
50
they tryna
different
put
gang
everybody in the
sets.
army now.
And the gang that
Tryna
we'll be
recruit
looking
everybody.
into is a gang that go by the name
They
of Black
like
Mob.
killing each
These
other like
guys
that.
are four corner hustlers. They're mostly located on Hirsch and Laramie. But on August 30th, 2022, Black Mob will lose two valuable assassins. Amos Gibson, aka Amo, who was 26 years of age, and Curtis Hicks, who was 21 years of age, were in a stolen car when they proceeded to be chased by the police at around 4:40 a.m. and the police tracked it to 173rd and Terrence Avenue. This is where multiple suspects got out and got into a second car. Then they took off. Police chased the car until it crashed at 127th Street and Indiana Avenue. 3 suspects from the vehicle were placed into custody, but Curtis Hicks and Amos Gibson both jumped into the river as they was running from the police. Both of these guys drowned from jumping
Damn,
into the
niggas
river.
try to
But that'll be about it
Damn,
for
them
this
niggas
video. Make
drown,
sure you
bro.
like or dislike, comment, and subscribe.
They
And
say
let me
black
know down in
folks
the
can't
comments
swim.
what y'all want to see next. And as always, stay
They trying to
blessed,
get away from
stay
them
well.
boys, though.
Yeah.